Let's talk about how to catch these little panfish. So I've got a popper dropper rig where I've got a little frog popper on top, and then just off the bend of the hook, maybe 20 inches down or so, 18 inches, we've got a little bluegill bug. So the key for this rig is, yeah, you can obviously catch bass and bigger bluegill with the popper, but really we're paying attention for the nymph. Now, most of the time whenever I'm fishing a popper dropper or a hopper dropper, you're really using that popper as just an indicator. And we're gonna do that, but the takes are gonna be so subtle, especially since I have a little bit longer a tippet, that we need to be setting the hook on these tiny fish as soon as we see the popper do anything. So hopefully we can get a cast here and I can show you what I'm talking about. So, two things. You gotta be paying attention to the popper, and there we need to be very patient. I always set the hook too fast on the popper. But on the dropper, you need to be super anticipatory. Oh, this is a good fish. Yeah, sweet. So as soon as you see any sort of movement on the popper, you need to set the hook. Oh, he's peeing all over. Because if you wait too long, if you wait for it to go under, you're gonna miss these little takes. See if we can get another one here. So keep in mind where your nymph lands, because that's the direction that your popper is going to go. Like my nymph is to the right, so my popper, as soon as it goes to the right, or any movement at all, I need to set the hook. Now you'll notice the popper spun around. That's because the line is twisted, so I didn't set. That's pretty obvious. Is that a little bass? A little largemouth. Oh no, red ear. Cool. I caught a couple of these guys. Look how big that is. Yeah, it's a good looking fish. Yeah, so I mean, he chomped down on that. Good release here. Whew, he's gone. So obviously the indicator just completely went under, but with those other fish, a little smaller, the take is so subtle that if you're not setting whenever it's moving, just twitching, then you're missing fish. We'll see if we can get one more for the video here. Ah, see, that's my fault. You gotta be careful. You gotta know the difference between them pulling down the popper and them actually taking the nymph. Because whenever they pull down the popper, you best just wait them out because they're just playing with it. But when they take the nymph, you need to be super quick. Oh, motor's hung up on something. Oh, too slow there. So I'm looking at it on the right side, seeing if the popper just darts to the right or twitches. So always keep that second fly in mind. Don't get caught just watching the indicator or the popper. Got him. A little bluegill. And he hit it pretty hard too there. I mean, I was just watching the indicator go right under. That might be the smallest of the day. But we're not going to complain about that. Oh, way too slow.
All right. Well, I apologize for the bad audio. It's a Sunday. Everyone's doing yard work, but here we go. We're in the backyard. We've got the dog pool, and we're going to show you what this technique is kind of talking about. So I've got the same setup that I had on at the lake. We've got the popper, and then on the bend of the hook, we have our dropper. Now this is not exactly what I had set up at the lake. This is a little bit more targeted towards largemouth, but it should still work. So here's the concept. Once you cast your fly, your popper and your dropper are more than likely not going to land in the same plane. One of them is going to be off to the side. So for instance, if my popper lands here, maybe my dropper is going to land on this side. When they land like this, what I'm really keeping in mind is the relation from this dropper to the popper. And what I mean by that is, if we think about a fish taking this dropper, it is going to pull the popper towards the dropper. It's going to pull it towards the dropper. So I am not looking for the popper to go under and get submerged. No, instead I am just looking for any sort of subtle movement where it is darting towards my dropper fly. Now I also talked about in the video how don't be reacting, don't be setting the hook whenever you just see the popper make these subtle movements. And the reason for that is, especially with these smaller fish, they are often pulling at the materials and the fibers in the popper, pulling it down just for a second without committing to the bite. So what that kind of looks like is they're coming up to it, they're just pulling it down, they're not actually committing to striking the popper, and they don't have the hook anywhere near their mouth. So I hope this helps clarify the technique I was talking about in the video. I look forward to making some more content for you guys in the future. Hope you enjoy. Thanks.